Hello, Dr. Granger and all my business communication cohorts out there. My name is Jimmy Moberg, and I most recently spent 2 years in inside sales with CED in West Palm Beach, and I also have over 8 years of customer service background. Now I want to ask you a question as a salesman. How do you sell what you don't have? Really difficult, right? Add in the fact that your closest competitor is a block away from you, has the product and has it at a cheaper price. Sound like some big issues when you're trying to make a living selling. Being a corporate company, CED should have had the higher power for bargaining and negotiating. We should be able to get more product and get it at a cheaper price. We had over 20 branches in the South Florida region, and we were seeing issues with that. Now, I point towards the mismanagement of our inventory because we couldn't match those prices or the volume. We were seeing back orders in customer orders. We didn't have in stock what they needed and what was critical to their jobs. We were seeing year-over-year sales were down across the board. We were bottom 3 out of the 20 plus branches. So that's never a good place to be. Also, our top 10 customers that were responsible for over 3/4 of our sales were also on the decline. Those symptoms themselves aren't too bad. Add in the effects that they cause, they become insurmountable. Now, because of the inventory not being there, we were seeing increased inventory costs. We can't sell the product, we can't get the money in unless you actually have it, or unless you have what the customer needs. Also, because of our sales numbers going down, we didn't turn a profit last year. CED is a profit share company. You get money back at the end of the year if your branch turns a profit. We didn't. In the last 3 months we were there, I had a total of 5 days that we did actually break even on a specific day, not even for the month. Throw in the fact that also our top 10 customers, like I said, were down year over year. That adds to the higher turnover rate for employees. When you're not turning a profit, people get fired. The loss of jobs led to bickering, led to the longest tenured person being 3 years, and people not trusting, employees not trusting each other, not working with each other. Now, I settle on the fact that the issue revolves around not having a designated person or department in charge of purchasing. Now, without that department or single person in charge, communications break down between employees. People in the warehouse don't know who to go talk to when they're out of or low in stock on certain items, or when volumes change and how much they're moving. Also, you don't develop that relationship with your suppliers. That relationship can help build better deals, better discounts, get you lower costs on all of your items. Lower cost means higher margins. I also talked to a couple of the other branches in our region, and a majority of them, I'd say at least 4 out of the 5 that I talked to, had at least one person in charge of purchasing. Now, if the others are doing it, why aren't we? So that brings me to my solutions. Number 1 solution, move one of our employees that we already had on staff up to a purchasing manager. Doing so would get us better relationships, a chance to develop a relationship with suppliers. Doing that, adding on to that relationship will increase order cycle efficiency and speed. It will also help us to earn our trust back in our customers by having what they need on our shelves when they need it. Now, one of the cons, one of the drawbacks of promoting someone like that is, of course, you're moving them from hourly to salaried, so you've got higher overhead costs. And also, You might miss out on some brands or product lines by developing that relationship with a specific supplier. If you're open to more suppliers, you see more products come in, you get more on the shelf. So you might miss out that way. Another solution that I came across that could be an option is implementing a new inventory management system. Take a look at either barcoding systems or RFID, radio frequency ID chips, and it computerizes the inventory management. It'll speed up and reduce actually the potential for human errors in counting of inventory, checking in stuff. You'll always know where your product is, where it's going, when it's going out, when it's coming in, how much of it. Also, you'll see an increase in return customers because they do trust you to know what they need and to have it in stock so that they're one-stop buying. Now, at CED, like I said, we were losing business because our inventory was mismanaged. Now, over the next month, I plan to put more research into what it's going to take to implement those solutions and any possible downtimes, any costs incurred also. Now, earlier I asked you, how do you sell what you don't have? Well, put someone in charge of inventory. You'll be able to sell your customers what they didn't even know you needed. Now, doesn't that sound like a better way to do business?